How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical. We're back with our chill Rimworld weekends. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best Rimworld player that's ever played this game, but we all know I'm in the top 10. And we all know the first 9 spots are me. So, with that being said, I think we need to make a bit more time for our mountain base and actually start pushing him. I'm relatively happy with what we've got here. The only massive improvements that I really want to make is getting everyone individual bedrooms and really sprucing them up. Like your mum does when you don't clean your room and then one day you come home and she's cleaned everything, she's sorted everything, and it's all beautiful. Just for that hour and then you trash it all. Can you feel the sense of realism? I just give you a glimpse every now and then. And no, I do not live in my mother's basement. I live in my own basement. As if I have a basement. So yeah, there's not really to say. We are thriving, which is really nice. Got a food binge. Night hour and daytime. Need to probably look at these. And no, I still haven't Googled how to make a hen hut. You're just going to have to get over it, guys. You're just going to have to. If you're expecting anything different, well, I'm sorry. I've let you down. I've let myself down. I've let the people down. I've let the people of this great nation down. If I was a cannibal, I'd just eat you. It'd all go away, it's fine. Anyway, I don't really think there's too much to do this episode. Let me just open these. No, the food situation's good. I know we're having a couple of breaks every now and then. And obviously we got Waldo last episode, which is huge. But we're getting very cramped in here, that's the only thing. I did think about extending this, but then it will go into our hill route. So we could just make it a little bit bigger, just especially for the time being. But saying that, we're still getting nearly a bonus modifier for a good barracks. It's just the disturbed sleep, what everyone's getting. I do want to mine all this because we keep lacking in steel. I had to check what it was. I was going to call it iron. Animal starvation. What I will do is I'll let KFC... Oh, KFC is really going under. How long has this hay route got? What I might do is I might let KFC just go everywhere. I might just slaughter... Do I need that many roosters? So I've got 1 hen, 1 rooster, 2 hens. I think I've got too many roosters. I need to make sure... Does male and female matter? And then I've got no, because the roosters are just the male. Yeah, look at that, I'm learning. These videos are not all, do you know what I mean? It's not just my greatness. You get my education. My education? You get an education out of this. Don't be asking me to send degrees anywhere. Then I have 1 hen, 2 hen, 3 hen, 4. Then 1 rooster. Probably only need a couple of roosters to hens. I think we'll do that for the time being. Oh yeah, but then we'll let KFC go everywhere, so at least then they can get their food. I'll probably just tell them to stay in the under attack though, because I don't want them going wandering outside. It's my KFC. I don't share KFC. And so I'm in the UK, so we've been in lockdown again. Now don't worry, we're not a channel that, we try and come away from the doom and gloom for the half an hour on the videos that I make. And you guys hear the majestic of my voice and you go to sleep thinking, that Tazastical video was so insightful, it was so intelligent, it just brought something new to the table for me. But lockdown means one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Gaming. Gaming. Nah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. A lot of bad things, good things, however you look at it. Obviously, I'm not talking about Corona. There's not a lot of good things to go with it. But, you know, in the world in general, just got to look on the positive side. It's too easy to be negative. It's too easy. Oh, kid, Waldo, you get in there. Waldo tried to attract Kitty by cheerfully making fun of her judgment. Kitty responded well and is now Waldo's lover. What do you mean making fun of her judgment? Like, haha, you stood in a bear trap? Well, I want to be on a fly on the wall for that conversation. So then we got 1, 2, and then that comes down like that. And then keep that, because that's where the door goes. Oh, got lots of steel. I'm liking the look of that. And no, and yes, I could rearrange the rooms to make up for these gaps, or I could fill them in like this. Yes, that bothers my OCD just slightly. Just, you know, just a smidge. Look at them go. They are good workers, aren't they? Because you gotta put them to work. But nah, there's too much negativity on the world, so I like having these videos, you know, I like having them. I sort of try and do like a bit of, I'm going to say 50-50, but I imagine people in the comments are going to say it's more 80-20. You know, I try to have like a few tips every now and then, but I try and keep it genuinely light-hearted. A war merchant, yes. If I had like a drum thing, I'd be making the drum noise. I'm like patting the drums. So you, like, because my editing skills are, I'm not going to say lazy. Definitely not the word I'm going to use. If you use that word, then that's just me. But just picture me on the drums right now, like the war drums. I don't even know if that's a drum. Kitty, you are in the best mood I've ever seen anyone. Wants to sleep with Waldo. She wants to find his Waldo. Yeah. I won't do that again. I'm fully aware I've embarrassed myself. So we want all that herbal medicine. And then we'll just get rid of all the bows and whatnot. Otherwise we'll just end up burning them. They haven't got anything. That's a bit boring. Never mind, it devalues our... Oh, they'll get hauled. What we do need to do... So how much medicine have we got now? 26... 51. Okay, actually. And then how much is here? Is it just the one? It doesn't say. Can you haul? Because I'd really love to know. Oh yeah, it was just one. I thought that was odd, it wasn't telling me how much is there. Alright, wood's starting to build up, steel's starting to build up, which is nice. So we've gone for a bit of a period with having no wood backed up. I don't like the idea of cutting wood so close to the border. The only problem with spots like this, I really want to mine it. But recording these videos, if I mess up I can't exactly like load the save. Now what I mean is, it's because if a group comes in here of like 5 or 7, and there's like one lone stud just mining, then he's gonna have a bad time. So we'll make sure... Well, to be fair, we've got loads of trees up here. Because eventually we want to start making that... Because I'm pretty sure we can get steel from these. But it's like a machining table or something we need. And I did see a cheeky little machine part. And we are actually lacking them. Look how quickly they mined all this. They really do as they're told. Right, that's the 1, 2, 3. Is that the last one that I wanted? And then just one more wall back there. I think. Looks beautiful. Just embrace it. And then that comes there. Yeah, I think this is the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, something like this will do. Then we'll actually get into the mountain base. What are we researching? Was it geothermal? Brilliant. That would be perfect for when we come in here. As you can imagine, you get, you know, the full extent of the power. Whenever I think of power, I always think when I was a kid there was a film called He-Man. It was like proper, like old school classic, like I suppose it was an action film. I can't remember too much of it. I just remember like holding the sword up as lightning struck it, go, I am the oh god, is that? That is what he says, oh god. It's always good when you start talking about something that you have no idea what you're talking about. I don't want to start reading, well that's you all the time. Because them comments make me cry. Okay? And I don't need it, okay? I just don't need it. Okay, we don't need the graves anymore. Well, we don't need any more because we've got this. We just basically turn this on and off as needed just because it just takes a lot of energy. But we'll have geothermal soon, so that's not... We'll turn it on and off. Because we can see it's not like our batteries are being able to store too much. Because we are sort of on the line where we're not making too much more product. I am getting more curious with the food situation because it is starting to dwindle. That's more because we've taken the grower off full-time growing. Which, to be fair, we could probably put back on now because we're getting a surplus of wood. But we just wanted to make sure that wood was coming in because I think, and I've said this in the past, sometimes I'm a bit guilty of giving everyone their work schedules and then just leaving them. And I think especially with like cleaning and hauling with York, I swap around every now and then, and that's just to make sure everything's getting done. And I think that's a much better, obviously in the future you want one person sitting on hauling, one person sitting on cleaning, but for the time being I think we've actually got a really good group. I mean there's no one here that's fantastic, but there's no one here that's rubbish. There's only one negative thing, we've got one person who likes drugs, but let's be honest, we all like drugs. Yeah, because then that will just be a plain wall. So we'll mine that out. I will nick all this steel, but I just want this kill box nailed down. Look at this, look at this. Yeah, all is this. Look, it's beautiful. Like, I could kiss the screen. That's how much I'm in love. Cause I am the love machine. Something my fantasy. I know, I should record that album. Problem is, like I've told you in the past, guys, between, you know, my charity work and, you know, all the giving I do, there's just no time to record that album. I know I disappoint a lot of you, but it's just one of them things. I want more people now. Like, it's going to take something crazy to get rid of us. And I always think there's a point in Rimworld that if you can get to it, it will take a lot. Now, that's not saying turn the channel over, find someone else to watch. Don't. Keep watching forever. Forever. The things that can take us out, and that there's like quests like some mechs. Mechs are what's going to send us, like kill us basically. You can get like mech drops. I don't think you can get people drop in front of us, but I know you can get mechs that can drop in here. So mechs are the worry. So we're not too worried about the people that come in. Sappers are always a bit... I do think the way our base is, we should get away with sappers. There is a worry that when we get into the mountain, sappers could hit us from this bit, because they could just dig straight in. However, I've got a nice little... It's why I always like my corridors 3 ways. Because if they're one way, and if there was a better way of doing this, I'd put it 2 ways. But I like moving my power conduit down a wall. Not that I think it matters too much, but I just like it, alright? Let me just do this and I'll go back to my train of thought. But yeah, if you have one corridor... Oh, this game. Fine meals. Oh, hello, Randy. You didn't have to do that for moi. What are they made out of? It doesn't say. Normally it says what they're made out of. I wondered if he dropped them, but it was like human flesh. Which would actually be quite funny if you didn't notice. A hunter is passing by. He's a worm. Not a bad character. Sickly is a bit boring. Yeah, anyway. Because one corridors means everyone travels slower if they try and pass each other. But what I like about having 3 is obviously you can line people up quite nicely and get a lot of shooters down. And it's another reason why I've tried to have these big squares and places. So if an infestation comes here, we can happily lure them and get a lot of shooters in here and perhaps deal with it ourselves without needing kill boxes. Obviously if we need a kill box, it's no bother doing it, but it just gives us that thing. We are going to try something funky in here with like a internal gun box. Although I don't think it's going to work, and I think it is going to be a waste of time. But we're going to do it. And you've got to try different stuff every now and then with this game. And this series is all about beating Randy at the end. So actually I think, while I'm fully aware that that will not be enough to kill any infestations, because they're going to get in... We could do something like that. Make it really thin. Guns there, because the problem is they're going to obviously get to the guns very, very quickly. And we could put traps in front of the guns as well. So we are going to do this. I feel it is worth our time, because if we get to a big of an infestation, I don't want it to be the sort of thing where it's like, damn, it's just, we can't do anything. I do like the idea. We're going to change a lot of this outside when we properly move into the mountain, but I want this bit to be a backup base as well. So I want it to the point where if we get an infestation that's so great that we do have to move out, we have a plan B, we have some materials here, we can continue. This is going to be gun corridors. So we'll have a few guns here. Massive guns here. This will be like last chance saloon, and this is pretty much just to deal with infestations. So if you haven't dealt with them in your game and you think I'm going OTT, just remember this is the hardest difficulty on Randy Random, when this is just for invaders, but we do need to beef this up. Is the cook still doing... Yeah, you're still doing you, boo. Yeah, that's it. The grower's actually growing now, so that's fine, because stuff is getting harvested, so really happy. Is there any wildlife we need to kill? Some alpacas. Could do is just get a couple of turkeys, just to help us along. And it's nice to have meat, because I've set up fine meals, haven't I? Yeah. 12. It might be worth doubling this now. So we get 24. Then unpause at about 9. And we'll do the same with that, just to make sure we've got lots in the stockpile. Just in case the cook comes down and is ill, at least there's lots of meals still in the freezer, so then I don't have to worry. I always like having fine and simple meals set, and I always put the fine meals first. So if you can make fine meals, do that first. Something I don't use very often that I've heard a lot of good things about is the paste dispenser, but I've never really used it. It used to be really big when I first bought it. I used it a lot, but when I'm talking like, that's before it was on Steam, but I used it a couple of times then. But yeah, it is really good. I don't think you get more food for what you put in, so you don't have to put in as much and you get more out. But I don't believe it gives any like positive boost. You might even give a negative. Yeah, it even says over the left hand side, it's like here, when you hover over it, no one likes eating nutrient page, accepts raw food. Apparently we've got some goats. Okay, what can goats do for us? I think they give us milk. I think we'll keep them. Might just slaughter one. Wait, wouldn't it make more sense to slaughter the older one? I guess, is that the male? I can never remember what the gender signs are. Does that mean there's more gender signs to like nowadays? Like, do you know what? I'm not even going to get into that bucket of worms. That's not the right. It's not the right phrase. I know it. Right, and then we want to get. Oh, it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be too big and need pillars or something, is it? I think so. We will mine that out eventually, I just don't want it caving in. I don't know where I'm going to put the support pillars yet. Yeah, I don't know, so I'll just leave that. We've got a lot of people that actually haven't got any jobs. So, you've got no growing to do, you've got no plant cutting, that mining has just been set up, so you're fine. York. Okay, so when you're done with all of that, I'm happy for you to join in with the construction. There we go. Because actually, yeah, 11 constructing, I'm happy for you to join in with that. If you're really bored, then mine. Waldo, my man, my main man. Yeah, if you're really bored, you can help mine, so we're never going to be not needing miners. You know, miners that mine, not miners as in children, Jesus. Okay, so that means we've got a lot of people bored. To be fair, we have a lot of wood at home. Steel is still an issue. So we could actually set some real mining tasks to get a lot of this. Because actually we've got loads of like steel near us and there's a big chunk of it there. So I think we're going to do that. Oh, good, they're not going to start on that. We can get a lot of steel there, and then hopefully it's just components we need. I was just about to say, why is Chemfall not being made? But it's on pause, so that's fine. Can I get it off pause? Because actually I did want to make him more, like 50. Okay, that's fine. We're not using it anyway, so... Right, lots of mining, so hopefully we're going to get lots of steel from this. What I do want to do is if we can build a little passageway here, and let's get these components. What's that made out of? Limestone, we don't need that. steel. Some more components there. Some more components up there. So I think we might have to start nicking all these components. Get the steel first, just so we're starting to build up a lot. Because these traps, I think they're the best traps you can get. I did try and see their stats out of the blocks we can make, but it doesn't seem to be... It's less, if anything. Which I would have thought it would more like a big old granite block coming down. But it is what it is. But I think it's fair to say I'm the king of Rimworld. Like, look how happy everyone is. This is like The Sims, how happy everyone is. You wouldn't even know, like, we get attacked, there was anything like... Yeah, I know I'm jinxing this far too much. Although geothermal power is going to be completed, which is going to be huge. And like I have said in the past couple of episodes, I have never been past this point in Rimworld. So feel free to drop me advice, stuff that I need to be doing, stuff that I should be building, that sort of stuff. I want to be prepared. I am all about completing Randy on the hardest difficulty. Because he has tortured us. He has come after us. He's come after us. Not me, us. We're a family. And you sit here and watch my videos. We're a family. We embrace each other. I love that hauling is going on. I love that for us. That sounded really cringe for some reason. Geothermal power is done. What in... That could be big. Could build some LMGs, some heavy SMGs. Where's like armour and stuff like that? Precision rifles, that's like assault rifles, sniper rifles. Jesus. You get more cannons. I've never been down this far. What I will do is get the game running on third speed while I look for this. Can you actually get armour and stuff? Like, I imagine you can. Oh yeah, you can get armour here. Wow, wow, wow. There's so much to this. Medicine production. Like, even prosthetics, that's a good shout. Hydro, I think that's to do plants and stuff. IEDs could be big. I don't really know how to use them. I know they're like mines. But I imagine I can't put them like this. I imagine it'd blow a hole in the wall. Not sure. Gas operated. I think that's what we do next. What does this unlock? Orbital trade beacon. EMP shell. Look, this gets lows. Transport pod. We can send people and supplies along. Jesus! Deep drilling? This is crazy. I think we're going to go gas operation. Okay, that's been claimed by someone else. To get some better guns for defense, I think's the play. Yeah, look, we're just mining for days. That means we're going to have lots of steel. Let's make sure we're cutting some trees and we've got some wood. Because what I really don't want to happen now is like we get attacked by a mech that's like down the road from us and they set up like a toxic fall machine. Because we're not going to be able to go after them straight away, so that's why I always like a big stockpile of stuff. Although our stockpile is actually getting full. We're going to mine once more into the abyss. Which I don't actually like because, like I keep saying, the further you go in, the more... To be fair, we could actually just build it out, couldn't we? Do we want to build it out of wood? I suppose we can just build it out of granite. Build it like that. And then just deconstruct that. And I think that's the move, and then we can get... Because to be fair, our stockpile is very, very small. It's not the best base in the world. Yes, it is. But it's our base. Come visit us on the next episode. If that segue didn't turn you on, then I'm doing everything wrong. If you got to this point in the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time, party people. Bye.